It started with Mom the Creative and I watching Emily in Paris. Then came the question, is French hard to learn? I replied that I didn't love some of the irregular verb conjugations, but that it wasn't awful, and like many passing interests, I thought that was it. And then I started to hear cheval. That was how it started for us. More generally, you've probably seen the memes, the green owl, the aggressive notifications, the passive-aggressive threats. You forgot your Spanish lesson. Again. Practice now, or I'll cry. Looks like you're trying to disappoint your ancestors. Sweet Lord. Duolingo has over 103 million monthly active users, and is often pitched as the best way to learn a language. And it's free. Except it's not really free, and it's not really the best way to learn a language. And as often the case with these episodes, the mascot isn't the only thing stalking you. Welcome back to Dad Ruins Everything. Last time, I ruined Instacart and grocery delivery services. Before that, I ruined online job applications and ATSs. If you haven't seen either, you should watch them both. Today, I ruin a beloved green owl. Sorry, Duo, this one's gonna hurt. If you've ever felt productive doing 3 minutes of tapping on cartoon flashcards, or if you're on a 420-day streak and somehow still can't order coffee in Spanish, buckle up. Today, I'm going to ruin Duolingo. There's the promise versus the reality. Duolingo's pitch is pretty simple. You learn a new language, for free, in just minutes a day, with gamified lessons and bite-sized exercises. And hey, that sounds fantastic. You're learning, you're building a streak, you're earning XP and unlocking leagues. Except, studies show you're only getting good at playing Duolingo. You're not actually getting functional language skills. Because Duolingo isn't a language learning tool. It's a language app, and those are not the same thing. Duolingo hooks you by turning language learning into a game. You earn XP, you collect gems, you maintain a streak, you climb leaderboards, and you join tournaments. And what do you get in return? Dopamine manipulation, for one. The rest? More gamification. XP doesn't equal fluency. Streaks don't build comprehension. And when you're learning Swahili while half asleep at midnight just to maintain your 200-day streak, you're not studying, you're feeding the algorithm. Gamification isn't inherently bad, but Duolingo uses it to drive up daily engagement, not long-term retention. It's designed to keep you opening the app, not mastering the material. That's why after 300 lessons, you still can't hold a basic conversation. Duolingo loves to point to a 2012 study that it commissioned, which found that its users performed about as well as students in a first-year college Spanish course. Cool, right? Except that the study only included users who voluntarily took a proficiency test, meaning motivated users, not average ones. It focused on reading and listening comprehension and not speaking or writing. Oh yeah, the study was funded and designed in part by Duolingo. Since then, independent research has been less flattering. A 2020 study in the Journal of Language Teaching and Research concluded that while Duolingo can aid vocabulary acquisition, it fails to develop meaningful speaking or writing skills. Other studies highlight its lack of contextual grammar instruction and real-life application. On the plus side, Mom the Creative will never forget the word cheval, and don't get her started on the French word for pizza. In short, it's a toy, and it teaches you like a toy. So I mentioned that Duolingo is free, and it is, until it's not. You want to skip ads? Unlimited hearts. Practice past mistakes? Test out of levels. That'll be $12.99 a month. Yeah, you could get a full year for $59.99, but isn't the expectation that you're supposed to get competent in a handful of months? Duolingo uses a freemium model with intentional friction. You lose hearts from mistakes and you get locked out until they regenerate. You're pushed towards ads and gems to unlock lessons. The app nudges you towards paid features that should be part of a core curriculum. The whole experience is engineered to frustrate you just enough that you consider paying to remove the friction, not to improve your fluency. It's like a language vending machine where you get charged for every incorrect guess. And really, who doesn't want their language learning to be like playing Angry Birds? Duolingo isn't just selling language learning. It's also monetizing your data. In 2023, Duolingo faced criticism after quietly testing AI-generated voices and scripts in lessons without first informing users. Some learners noticed a sudden change in tone, pacing, and even fake accents. And while that might sound like a clever way to scale, it also opens the door to content that is less accurate, less culturally nuanced, and often less linguistically sound. Also, let's not forget the data collection. Duolingo tracks your device ID, app usage, language process, and location. Their free tier is ad-supported, and those ads come with targeted tracking. Their privacy policy allows third-party sharing of user data and analytics for marketing. So yes, Duolingo teaches la computadora while being the computer that sells your engagement to advertisers. Does anybody remember Duolingo's forums? Once upon a time, Duolingo had a thriving community forum where learners could ask questions, correct mistakes, and help each other. In 2022, they shut it down. Why? Because maintaining a moderated community is expensive and harder to monetize than Discord servers and subreddits you don't control. What replaced it? Comment sections under exercises that nobody reads, plus a Discord that's basically useless. The platform went from peer-supported learning to just click and guess and you'll get it eventually. Spoiler, you won't. When it comes to controversies and missteps, let me run you through Duolingo's greatest hits. In 2023, there was a data leak. Over 2.6 million users had their names, emails, and language targets scraped and posted online after a known vulnerability was ignored for months. Unreliable translations. Multiple reports have documented that some Duolingo sentences are grammatically incorrect, culturally inappropriate, or so weird that native speakers would never use them. There is no path to proficiency. Duolingo does not align with the common European framework of reference for languages past A2, a level most European schools expect 6th graders to pass. The latest cell phone has been the AI-powered Duolingo Max, which was introduced in 2023 and is currently priced at $29.99 a month. With this premium plan, you get Explain My Answer, where ChatGPT-4 tries to break down grammar and mistakes. Roleplay, where you have a conversation with a chatbot. And no ads, unlimited hearts, test outs, and priority support. Sounds fancy, feels futuristic, but does it actually work? Well, not really. Some of the common complaints about Duolingo Max are that it misrepresents grammar rules, it offers circular or redundant explanations, it gives conflicting advice depending on how you phrase your question, and it makes up new rules for languages that don't exist. Oops. It would be one thing if this was experimental functionality that's part of the normal subscription, but it's not. Instead, it's more expensive than premium Netflix or HBO Max, while not being able to replace a tutor, guarantee accuracy, or personalize your learning. So if your goal is to actually learn a language, Duolingo will get you just far enough to think that you're learning and stop just short of actual proficiency. So if Duolingo doesn't work, what does work? Well, here's the hard truth. Language learning, especially as an adult, is hard. To become fluent, you need immersive exposure, real conversation, cultural context, feedback from humans, and speaking and writing practice. Tools that actually help include language exchange apps like HelloTalk and Tandem, structured courses like Pimsleur, Babbel, and Assimil, tutors through sites like italki and Preply, reading and watching content in your target language, a community college class, and yes, textbooks, even if you're not taking the accompanying class. None of these are as cute as Duo the Owl, but they do get you closer to your goal than tapping a sentence fragment 3 times a day. The bottom line is that Duolingo isn't exactly a scam, but it's not really education either. It's gamified repetition designed to keep you addicted, not fluent. It's cute, it's fun, it's better than doing nothing, but it's nowhere near enough. If you think you're learning Spanish by collecting XP, just remember, streaks don't translate to sentences. So I hope Duolingo is sufficiently ruined for you, or for your friend who thinks they're bilingual because they've memorized the word for pineapple in 17 languages. If you found this episode helpful, hilarious, or heartbreakingly true, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and tell me your weirdest Duolingo story in the comments. Stuff like that helps more than you know on my journey to becoming a slightly less tiny YouTuber. Thanks, have a great day, and may your language journey be a little less owl-pilled.